Oh, hold up. Oh, he's ended the. He's actually ended the stream.
Yeah. For some reason, my broadcast just stopped playing.
Oh, I think G's stopped the stream.
Right. So share this with him again now.
Yep, we've got to go again.
Oh, sorry about this.
That's not your fault, mate. G's ended the stream. He actually ended the full stream.
Oh.
Yeah, the main one. I don't know why he's ended it. He said he accidentally stopped the main screen as well. What's going on? What is going on with this computer? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? What is going? What the fuck?
What's up?
Mate, my computer's just doing this weird shit. It's just doing a dance.
Just spazzing out?
Just spazzing out.
Back of the water.
Messing about.
Yes, please, back. Are we live now?
Put the stream back up.
No. Still saying it's live on my channel, but just back.
Nah, as soon as your private stream's up, let me know and I'll let you know. He can.
The stream's up. He's already texted me saying thanks. I've already sent him a link.
Oh, cool.
So
Alright, cool.
we're already on that.
Alright, ready. Right, we're rolling.
Yeah, sorry about that, a little technical problem there, but we are back live now. Thank you everybody for tuning in and watching here on SimPlay Motorsports channel, but also on the Motive Racing channel and their Facebook page. I'm Matthew Duffin, again joined in the commentary box by Andy. Andy, evening.
Evening, Matt. Looks like we're in for a treat tonight. We've got some of the best from both Motive and SimPlay here in the Group A touring cars. Some of these traditional older touring cars, very tricky to drive. I think most of the lads out on the track tonight are in fact, if not all, are driving in the Cosy, the Sierra Cosworth, I believe, if I'm not very much mistaken. So it's going to be a bit of a one-make series tonight, but these cars are extremely tricky to master, and hopefully these guys will be showing us exactly how it's done. We've got very quick guys out on the field tonight. We've got Fury currently representing Motive, currently lapping in the 1:13.1s. He's got a huge gap at the moment here in this qualifying session. This boy, I know, having practiced alongside him in the build-up to this race, really has been getting his head down and putting the work in. He has been doing lap after lap after lap, consistently blitzing us all and blowing us out of the water. So he is really a man in form at the moment. Fury seems to just have a knack of driving these Sierra Cosworth that nobody else has, and you can see him sliding it around there with such confidence at the moment. But Matt, one of your boys is up in P2 there.
He's gone into P2. Now, he says he's been at church, he's been praying all afternoon, apparently, hoping that his internet connection stays. We missed him this Wednesday night. Obviously, the dramas we see Big Boy Brazier have over on our Pro-Am series, but he's within 700ths of a second, pretty much 800ths of a second of Fury, as he just takes to the grass there. And already Punches thrown. Punches thrown. Yeah. Just let you know for the viewers that the Motive Racing lads will be racing in the blue Sierra Cosworth. Some of them racing in blue trim on the bottom underskirt and some in the red trim. And for the Motive...
the red trim, I inadvertently managed to sport that yesterday when doing our little practice run for this event yesterday evening for SimPlay's private event, and that was definitely an error on my part. It wasn't intended.
No. You're welcome. Come on over. Join the dark side. The SimPlay Motorsport lads running in the red and white colours. Some of them have the yellow grill, some of them running in the yellow grill. I do believe Sooty Apex, one of them lads, who's running in the yellow sort of grill. They're at the front, but quick guys all around us tonight. So let's see what happens. We've got Dan Davis on YouTube, on Facebook. Hello Dan, that's AK on Author Dubs. He's with us on the track tonight, currently down in P13 at the minute. Gary131's in the chat. He's out on track P4 so far. Michael Matthews, aka Peaceful Explosion, he's in the chat. Good evening to him. Kaylee, Big Boy Brazier's partner, sponsored by Kaylee's Ford KA. So there we go, we've got a sponsor for tonight, Andy.
It's good to see somebody's putting up a bit of dosh for this one, but Peter Explosion is currently down in P11 at the moment, and that is he racing yesterday? I can't remember who was now, but looks like these guys are slipstreaming, but coming out onto the hangar straight, so definitely some kind of team tactics going on as we see Peter Explosion. He's right out the chuff here of one of his teammates. We'll try and figure out who that is.
Gary Leach. Oh. Big Boy Brazier. Yes, Little Leach.
It is, so these guys definitely trying to... I think your boys are pretty disciplined here. They're obviously working together, trying to...
I assume Gary's gave them their orders, because Gary's appointed himself team captain, so Gary's probably had they've been in the dressing room, they've got in a huddle from a 2 metre distance, obviously, and they've said, come on lads, this is the team plan, this is the tactic. Gary really throwing it into the chicane there. Here, what is known as back in the day the Woodcut chicane. Obviously a lot of names at this track still what they are today, but look a bit different to what we recognise them as now. That's through Cops Corner there. So like I say, the names of the track pretty haven't much changed since the 75 layout of this circuit to modern day, but yeah.
No, I mean, it does feel strange having that curving on the inside of Cops Corner, because obviously nowadays it's pretty much a flat out right-hander. You've got the wall pretty much defines where the racetrack is around that corner nowadays, but you've got that big massive curve on the right-hand side which you can take advantage of if you take a late apex. Always we see Gary getting sideways coming out onto the hangar straight. He seems to be towing with one of my boys by the looks of it. That's Fury there trying to get a slipstream as he comes towards Stowe Corner. He's getting that move up the inside of Gary, so Fury getting racy here in this qualifying session now.
Yeah, he wants to get his move on.
Yeah, he needs to make sure that he just keeps it cool and calm. He's been putting in the practice for this one, and he knows what he's doing in these cars. So yeah, hopefully we see Fury getting. Oh, he gets very sideways there. Lighting up the rear tyres. Bit of rubbing. So there we go. Gary and Fury just falling over a little bit. Oh, and now Fury's flashing his lights there. Yeah, that was maybe a little bit naughty there.
Well, we saw Fury flashing his lights like mad Saturday night, Andy, in the LMP2s.
Yeah, hopefully Ian isn't watching the stream, because it will definitely trigger this man, Emo guy, who was very vocal about Fury's cheeky little lookies during that LMP2 race at Road America. He wasn't happy. Ian does not like Fury's cocky.
Oh, that's Fury who's just putting Emo guy off. Oh dear.
Goodness. Maybe he's slowing down and giving him a little flash.
Do you want to run through a list of who your boys are that you've got representing Motive Racing tonight?
Absolutely. Yeah, so we got Fury CVK out there on the track. Fury's a regular in our GT3s. He was racing last night, showed some really good pace. I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on tonight, and hopefully he'll be up there fighting it out. Big Boy Brace is very close to him on from your side. We've also got G out on the track. G is our multiple world record holder in the V8 supercars. He took his 30th world record earlier this afternoon.
Oh, brilliant.
I think it might have been yesterday.
Well done to him.
Absolutely, yeah, he's picking them off one by one. Let's see what he gets up to here coming through the last section. Comes up towards the line and it stays P3. We've got Mace Gamer out there. Mace Gamer's got some hella pace as well. He's raced in the GT3s as a reserve a couple of times this season. Mace Gamer, I will warn you guys, can be a little bit aggressive at times. He's picked up a few points penalties in our season, so hopefully we've told him to be on his best behaviour today.
That's all right.
We've got Unorthodox. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Unorthodox out there at the moment. Dan Davis there getting drifting coming through into the last chicane. We saw him putting in a good showing yesterday. He's running high in our LMP2 championship as well here at Motive Racing, and he comes over P6. Ian's out there at the moment, P9. He's our other man representing Motive Racing. We've also got Richie out on the track, our former LMP2 champion from a couple of seasons ago. Then we've got DJ Phil, currently running in P16 at the moment, our regular throughout all of our... Yeah, he's an absolute living legend. He races in all of our series at Motive. And we've also got Spliffmeister, our regular in the touring cars as well, who looks to be spazzing out a little bit there on the exit of the garage. So hopefully he gets that in check.
That was the end of the first qualifying session and a 10-minute qualifying session in which Fury has taken pole position in this one, followed by Big Boy Brazier, the man from SimPlay Motorsport. Only G in P3, so a good lap time for him. Gary sits P4 at the moment, ahead of P5. How do you say that one again?
Maze Gamer.
Maze Gamer. Unorthodox, a regular at SimPlay on a Thursday night. You'll see him as well as at Motive Racing, but he's on the Motive Racing side tonight, P6. Sooty Apex in 7th place, Spliffmaster down in P8. Emo Guy P9 with Little Each P10, Monkey Boy 11th, Richie P12, Dean Wasaki 13th, Peaceful 14th, Welshie P15 and DJ Phil bringing up the rear. A lot of our lads down the wrong end of the grid, so come on boys, up what you're doing here, lads, come on.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Motive Racing. There's a slight up ahead there in the qualifying session, but definitely, well, you've still got Gary up there, Big Boy Brazier as well, so solid performance from both sides. We both got contenders, I'd say. We've got Fury on the front row, you've got Big Boy Brazier. We're representing from every single side of the grid. It's a very mixed field here, and these two sides pretty evenly matched from what we can see so far at the moment, Matt.
Yeah, very evenly matched. It's going to be really hard to call tonight, especially default setup, so nobody can change anything. It's all going to be just pretty much race from lights to flags. Because they're all in the Sierra Cosworth, it's pretty much everybody's got the same car out there, so it is going to be an interesting one to watch, this one. Who can do what with the same powered cars? And don't forget, so the way to what tonight is going to work is basically going to score points from race 1 and race 2, and the team with the most points at the end of the night will be the successful team. It's 16 points for a win, all the way down to 1 point for 16th place, so everybody gets a point. There's also a point for fastest lap as well. Best luck to all the drivers who are out there. The top 8 for race 2 cannot qualify for the second race, so it is pretty much half the field cannot qualify. How much of a disadvantage that could be if all 8 of one side win. They could finish top 8. The fact that a whole team could not qualify for race 2, that could be that could be pretty interesting come race 2. Just having one team top 8, the other team bottom 8, and see what happens.
Essentially a reverse grid. You pretty much have, if that did happen, but I'm sure that we won't be seeing that. I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing quite a mixed field over the course of this first race. We're 20 seconds away from lights out here, guys, so make sure if you are watching live on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you check out both channels, Motive Racing and SimPlay Motorsport, both with a plethora of drivers who are more than willing to give the best sim racing action here on the PlayStation 4 platform. We're moments away from lights out here, guys. These guys just about to go racing here at Silverstone Classic.
We're away here then at Silverstone Classic. I'll tell you what, Big Boy Bracey's got a heck of a start there. And look at Sooty Apex charge through the middle of the field, already up into P3. Fury's gone with Big Boy Brazier as well, so a good start from him. But Sooty Apex, is he going to look for a Sooty sending up the inside? I think he has, you know. He's up to P2. Oh! And your boys have had a nightmare. They've took each other off. G went into the back of, I think, is that Richie? I think Richie's the man who's off, off
the line. G dropped straight back down to P10 before he even got to the first corner, and he was down in 14th there after a little bit of contact. Fury looking to the inside of Big Boy Brazier, gives him a little bit of a nudge there. Fury's got to be careful as he goes to the corner. We see Gary dropping down to 5th place. Gary's gone wide onto the grass. It looks like Mace Gamer's up into 3rd place. So Mace Gamer making a fantastic start there as he comes onto the hangar straight. It looks like we've got Sooty Little Leech. Ian's up into 6th place. Good start there from Ian. We see one of the guys going very wide there from SimPlay. I'm not sure who that was, but we've come into towards Stowe corner. Mace Gamer trying to get this move done on Fury, but Fury holding it on the inside. The two teammates there, both representing our team. We don't want to see them messing up here for Motive Racing, guys.
Careful.
Keep it clean. As they're trying to fight over the slipstream of Big Boy Brazier there in the foreground. You can see Big Boy Brazier holding on to that lead. It looks like
one of your guys round in the background.
Yeah, Little Leach is trying to fend off Ian as well.
He's
had a mare.
16th. Oh dear, he's had an absolute mare. Peaceful explosion down there as well. Richie's managed to get back up into P14, but G not having the greatest of starts here. Big Boy Brazier in a world of his own, and we've seen this so many times on a Wednesday night. Gary, I think, got forced wide by Sutty, who tried to lunge on Fury, and it didn't come off. Is this Emo guy trying to go around the outside of Sutty Apex, and Gary's going to look to sneak one up the inside, and Emo guy just comes back across. Gary gives him the room, and Gary's sliding up the inside and gets that job done, but now he's got orthodubs all over the back of him, and for Motive Racing they're teaming up on Gary here, and Gary needs to get in front of these guys and get away and get closer to Sutty, and you see him breaking late, very wide from Gary.
Little Leach.
Oh, is that Little Leach? Oh, it is Little Leach. Yeah, where is Gary? Gary's down in P9. Apologies, Gary. Little Leach was the man who was wide. Lost the place to Unorthodox, but is kept in front of Emo guy here. Gary down in P8 now, so not the race for the two we expected. G and Gary from both sides not having the best of starts here.
No, he's really not. It's been, but it's total disaster for Ardman, the only G there. He's dropped down to 15th place here in the opening laps of this race. I don't know what went on coming out of Stowe Corner, but he seems to be round at the back of the field. So he's currently got his mountain to climb in this one. DJ Phil and Richie currently running just up ahead of him. Hopefully these guys don't hold G up too much, because G's going to need we're going to need G to pick up as many points as we can.
I assume the team orders will, I assume, will come into play there. Oh, that's DJ Phil, and who else is that? I think that's Welshie off with DJ Phil as well. Oh, that's Dean. Is that Dean Wisocki? No, that's Gary. Gary's off. P14, he's dropped down to, so the main man from SimPlay Motorsport, who is down the order. Welshie's now 16th. So what has happened to Gary, Peaceful and G and Richie all claiming no, G went off. G's still down in 15th.
Fury's giving a Big Boy Brazier a bit of a run for his money at the moment.
Fury's got a run done. I think Jamie had a slowdown.
He's gone ahead of Mace as well. So we've got Unorthodox trying to hold off Ian. It looks like, we've got, who's that? Is that Little Leach?
That was Little Leach. Little Leach.
Sideways.
I think Jamie Brazier there had a slowdown coming through that chicane, because he seemed to just pull off a line and let Fury have the place. He's not let Sutty Apex through though, so Fury leads here from Big Boy Brazier from Sutty Apex, with Unorthodox and Maze P4 and 5. Little Leach in 6th with Emo Guy and Spliff Master all over the back of him. We need a Motive lad to get up here and help these three Simplay boys. And Sutty has set one on Big Boy Brazier. Surely as a team we've got to work together a bit. Let's not send them on each other. But he has done, and Sutty's through. Big Boy Brazier now defending from Unorthodox, and he'll defend like mad. Dean and Monkey Boy P9 and 8. They've got Gary behind him. Surely they need to charge up. There's Dean and Monkey Boy in the background behind Spliff Master. Need to be on a charge to gain on this. And Unorthodox has tapped the back of Big Boy Brazier.
Yeah, he gets sideways there, takes a few of the bollards there with him. It's good to see that we've got Ian and Spliffmaster both bringing themselves into this action now, but in the foreground you can see their Little Leach having a look at the inside of Dan.
Nice touch!
No! He's just taking that out!
Well held! No! Well held from Little Leach and Unorthodox, and that was a silly manoeuvre from Little Leach, and Dan paid the price as well, but it's kept in front, and Emo Guy will now jump ahead of Little Leach as well. Split Master all over the back of him, but look at Little Leach here. He's side by side with Unorthodox, who he's trying to be at the moment. Big Boy Brazier is re-overtaken Sutty. In fact, Maze Gamer is up to P2. No, Big Boy Brazier back up the inside, and job done. Where's Sutty gone? Oh, he's there. Who's that?
Oh!
That was Jamie Brazier losing the rear of the car. Managed to keep it together, but it's Maze Gamer at second place to Fury now, and the Motive lads having a good start to this race.
We are currently having a good race here. Currently 1.8 seconds separating Fury and Maze Gamer, but Maze Gamer's really... Oh no! Who's that? Oh. Brazier's lost it.
Yes, someone else. Oh, there's two Motives.
And it looks like we've got Emo Guy as well. Emo Guy, and we've also got Spliffmaster. No, Spliffmaster got
Unorthodox.
So
Unorthodox.
Emo Guy and Unorthodox. Oh no! So Dan's down to 10th place, so that looks like Gary's up into 10th ahead of Dan. Now Big Boy Brazier has got Gary ahead of him, so that is a disaster there for both Big Boy Brazier of SimPlay and Unorthodox of Motive. So both of those guys dropping down to 10th and 11th. Unbelievable scenes here on lap 4. But Fury's pulling out his gap, so he's currently repping Motive pretty nicely at the moment by 2 seconds. But Matt, that's got to be gutting there for those two.
It has indeed, because they was running so well and having a good battle. What this has done though is promoted Dean and Monkey Boy from the SimPlay side of things up to P6 and 7. Dean Wisocki, Monkey Boy actually teammates in our GT3 series in the Pro category. So we're working together here maybe to try and keep the Motive lads at bay. And Dean, you see, heavily defending on the exit to the corner from Emo Guy, and they've lent on each other. And Dean's tapping Emo Guy. Dean taps the rear of Emo Guy.
Oh, no.
And has Ian managed to hold it? No, he hasn't. And that was a bit cheeky there from Dean. He's got to slow down. I presume he's got to give a place back.
Yeah,
if that's all he's got to do, yeah.
That was
oh, he's gone.
To the inside. Ian was defending his position, trying to turn into the corner, and Dean definitely put his nose where it didn't belong there. But he's got very much got an orthodox and G hassling him now. So these
time
guys,
penalty for G, though.
Be careful, guys. Be patient. Yeah, it does look like
what is Dean doing?
Oh, no.
What is Dean doing?
Unorthodox and Dean there coming together, coming up towards the last chicane. That's a little bit dodgy there from those guys, but G's up into 9th place in the meantime. Dean with Socky getting a little bit all over the place there in that one. I mean, my guys in the party chat are not going to be happy with that one, but they've got to just keep their heads calm and keep cool, carry on.
Long way to go.
They can get. Absolutely, it's a long race here, so they're going to have to just get on with it. You know, a long ways to go. Still lots of points up for grabs, but Fury's currently doing a fantastic job for our boys at Motive here tonight.
So's Maze Gamer.
That's possible way, absolutely.
They've gained on Fury a little bit of Maze Gamer and Sooty Apex, but Sooty's just gained on Maze Gamer. They're under the braking. One man who's got a nice job here at the moment. Little Leech and Spliffmaster, one for SimPlay, one for Motive Racing. They're not under pressure from each other, and they're no pressure from behind or in front. So they've just got the chance now to get their heads down, get some good laps in, and gain on the front pack to see if they can do anything about it. As you see, Sooty Apex really trying to hassle Maze Gamer. There is Spliffmaster, Monkey Boy P6. Gary's now back up into 7th. Needs to just get his head down. Does team captain apparently appointed himself that. Big Boy Brazier into P8. And at the moment, the field looks nice and spread. It looks quite different at the moment. There's not one team that's doing better than the other, I'd say, at the moment. I'd say it's very nicely bunched up at the moment.
Yeah, it is, and I would say that it's pretty evenly matched as we expected. It looks like Fury's lost a little bit of time, actually.
Yeah.
Just in that last lap, because you can see Maze Gamer and Sooty Apex have both got the gap within a second. Sooty is all over the back of
hassling him.
Maze Gamer here, he really is. So Maze has got to be watching out here in his mirrors. Sooty having a look coming up towards Maggot. It looks like he's not going to quite be able to get that done. Maze Gamer is taking the defensive line, coming in towards Chapel.
Oh, Sooty's done it! He's forced it up the inside!
No, he's not. He's going to have to get out of that one. You can it's so easy to do. You just get a little bit too much onto the pedal coming out of Chapel, and you can easily get sideways. He had to just get out of the throttle for a little bit. And yeah, you see there, Matt. We thought his man had the move done there. As we come up towards Stowe Corner now, is Sooty going to send it? Coming into Stowe Corner, no, he's not. He thinks better than that one. He's a little bit too far back.
Oh, he has. He's up the inside now. The one at the exit to the corner. He's got the run down. He's going to be the inside coming down in towards what I do believe is club corner. Yeah, he's got the move done. Has he? No, he's been later on the brakes. Maze Gamer really late on the brakes around the outside as Sooty gets it back. So Sooty didn't get the move done. So great driving between these two. Andy, you know from a Thursday night, Sooty's the man of a send it manoeuvre. And he's got to get one done here. Maze Gamer's gone a little wide and onto the grass, and he's lost the rear and he's hit the wall. I tell you what, what's that there a bit?
He almost did what I did on the first lap yesterday.
When we saw you cartwheeling, oh, that was funny. That was funny. Oh, that's Little Leech just nearly losing it. What was on the Armco back there, by the way? We got like a great big rubber bouncy trampoline sort of thing. Maze Gamer bounced off the Armco and just sprung back into mid-lip track and kept going.
He got lucky. I tell you what, I hit that same Armco yesterday, and I definitely didn't get sprung back on the track.
No, you was nose to tail, up and over. 10 out of 10 for landing, though, Andy. That's gold in the gymnastics, mate. Don't you worry.
Yeah, no, I know. But incurred a little bit of damage on the way. I had a bit of a headache when I landed. I must say.
I can imagine. These cars probably wasn't the best built back in the day, so I bet there'd have been a few bruises on yourself then. Not like they are nowadays.
This was before the days of Jackie Stewart's revolution with Formula One safety, which sees us with all the stuff that we have nowadays, like tyre barriers and gravel traps, all that nice stuff that we just simply didn't have back in these days. We're driving back in the 1950s on this game tonight, but we're driving with 1980s cars. Work that one out, boys.
Brilliant stuff to see. Fury has a 1.5 second gap over Sooty Apex, and I know Sooty said he was looking to beat Fury. They had a bit of a rivalry at Daytona the other week on SimPlay's channel in the GT3's Pro category, and Fury says he's going to try and beat Fury tonight. That's his man. Maze Gamer manages to hold P3 as Little Leech lost the rear of the car. Spliffmaster doing a heck of a job for you boys tonight, P5. We don't normally see him up there a lot in the... I know I commentate on the touring cars with Spliff in it, and he doesn't seem to be up there as much as you'd think. He's got pace, but he never seems to have the look to go with it, and I tell you what, he's doing a heck of a job.
And with the touring cars, he's one of those guys. He always does a decent job. He picks up some good points. But you're right. He's never really been there fighting for the wins or the podium. But yeah, he's just keeping it consistent tonight. He's stayed out of trouble so far as Swiftmaster. He sat in the party chat with the boys, and I didn't really hear too much from him in the build-up. I was sort of talking to the other lads who I know pretty well. I don't really know him so well. And him and Maze Gamer, you know, obviously aren't really part of the group that sort of always hang out together. So
yeah,
it's refreshing to see Swiftmaster keeping his nose clean so far in this race and really putting in a good performance. He's currently sat in 5th, and he's closing in a little bit on Little Leach, although Little Leach does come around, did put out a 2nd. So the Swiftmaster, if he can keep himself, you know, driving how he is, just keeping it clean, tidy, and not making mistakes, then he can really be in for a good result here in this one. P5 would be a fantastic one. Obviously, we just heard Matt's TV falling on the floor.
No, mouse falling on the floor.
Oh.
I'm sort of not able to get right up to my desk due to my back problems at minutes. The mouse is on like a smaller table next to my armchair. And it fell off the smaller table. I forget how small this table is compared to my desk. I've got room to move my mouse. This one I don't really, and it fell off. Gary 131, we're on board. We're back up to P6, and he's really running on his own here. He's got a 9-second gap back to Big Boy Brazier, and he's only 3.9, I think that just come up saying, to Spliffmaster. So we'll have to see what he can do. Big Boy Brazier, how unlucky is he been? G's back down in 12th. Not made the inroads I think me and you thought he'd make. Oh, Richie!
Oh my goodness me! Richie there doing his best tumbling impression as he came down the hanger straight, and you can see there is a bonnet, a front bumper, and a rear spoiler there. Not rear, yeah, it is a rear spoiler there. Just sat on the middle of the hanger straight, so they have been discarded and very much ready for the scrapyard.
And a boot. We've got a boot there as well. Easy access for the shopping. But dear me, who's that off? That's Welshie and Dean struggling in this, with DJ Phil not far behind. But what happened with Richie? We saw G was next to him, but he was in the middle of the hanger straight, and he just was... strange one.
I don't even know how. What could he have hit? I don't understand what he could have hit.
There was none of our... The 2 cars behind him was well back. G looked like he was coming past him. I can't imagine G would take his own teammate out or he's flipping like that. But holy moly, Richie there. How unfortunate for him to lose that. Fury's got a 2.5 second gap out front now, so great. Spliffmaster's up to P4. Little Leach has dropped to P6, I've just noticed. So Spliffmaster up to P4. Little Leach has had a problem somewhere then clearly, and Spliffmaster up to P4. Then Gary's also passed Little Leach for 5th place. So at the minute, your boy sitting pretty 1, 3 and 4. Such the Apex doing the job for SimPlay at the moment in 2nd place. Oh dear, what's gone off?
Currently just disrupting the balance a little bit with Motive, but yeah, Fury's absolutely driven off in this race, and I said in the build-up to this one that he would be strong. We've seen him in the practice sessions. He's been getting his head in the game very much, so he was racing last night. He took the win in the 2nd race, if you remember. So we knew that he was a contender. So and he's picking up where he left off, showing that yesterday was no fluke. Currently lapping consistently in the 132s. The one before that was actually a 32.1, so
good time.
The pace that this kid has got is absolutely off the chart, and he's currently in a league of his own at the moment. Sutty's trying to keep up, but last time around, Sutty in the 1 minute 30, low 1 minute 34s, and Maze Gamer looks like he might be closing the gap a little bit. So this could be a Motive 1-2 if Maze Gamer keeps up the sort of pace we're seeing. I'm sure Sutty will be responding to that though as this race goes on.
Yeah, don't forget time penalties on here, so slow down penalties may occur. Hence, Sutty's lap might be a bit slower, having to take a slowdown. I know we don't normally run them on a Thursday night here at SimPlay Motorsport, but we are tonight for the thing, trying to keep it for this event, trying to keep it as fair as possible. Gary's gaining on the back of Spliffmaster, I noticed, with 5 minutes remaining in this one. There is Spliffmaster. Where's Gary? Just there. 2.9 is the gap between Gary and Spliffmaster. So watch out for that battle in just a moment. That could hot up, surely. At the moment, though, Monkey Boy, Big Boy Brazier, Little Leach, Gary, Spliffmaster, Maze Gamer, and Sooty Apex and Fury cannot qualify for the next race, leaving Unorthodox G, Emo Guy, Peaceful Explosion, Dean Wisocki, Welshie, Richie and DJ Phil all able and eligible to qualify for race 2 in a reverse grid race at the moment. So interesting stuff here then, as we see Unorthodox P9.
Yeah, it'd be fascinating to see some of those guys starting at the back. Obviously G had a bit of a mare coming through the first lap, so I'm sure he'll be out with a point to prove in this race too, and we know he's got the talent here in these cars. Ian's not had such a great one either, and we've seen Richie and DJ Phil very out of sorts in this race so far tonight. Richie was our LMP2 champion at Motive a couple of seasons ago, so it's very unusual to see him down in 15th place, but still getting a couple of points in the bag. DJ Phil also out on track as well. And DJ Phil, is absolutely top guy, races week in, week out, every single one of our categories at Motive. And he also races in the Pro-Am at SimPlay as well, so he's a representative of both of us, but he is actually in Motive's team tonight.
He does represent us on the Pro-Am night on a Wednesday night. For those regular viewers here on the SimPlay channel, I'm sure you'll recognise DJ Phil. Oh, Fury's had a mistake. Is that going to be a slowdown penalty?
Oh no! Come on, Fury.
Sutty's really reading him in, so I wonder if Fury's just had a bit of a slowdown penalty after he ran wide, and Sutty is going to sniff an opportunity to race win here, surely.
Come on,
where's Maze Gamer gone? Maze Gamer's dropped down to P6. Spliffmaster's up to 3rd. We've Gary 4th, Little Leech in 5th now. Maze Gamer has dropped to 6th place then. So he's had a problem somewhere. Oh yeah, look at the bumper hanging off. He's had a bit of a problem somewhere then as Maze Gamer. So
he's got a hefty whack with the wall.
Yeah, somewhere along the line we've seen Maze drop a few places. Little Leech has had a problem. Fury's now just had a problem. All really out of the blue when they've got time to spare and they're lapping well. They've not really been put under pressure. And they're just making little mistakes here. Can Fury then hold it together for 3 minutes left of this race? So about 2 laps, maybe 3 at a push. Can they keep it going? Fury's mum and Fury's granddad watching on Facebook on the Motive channel. So an evening to them. They're always regular viewers whenever Fury's racing. So a good evening to them ones. To them guys.
Saw last time around Fury left in the 1:36s. So he had an absolute horror show on that previous time round. We saw him just regrouping, coming out off onto the track after going onto the grass. So Sutty's now got the gap of 1.2 seconds. Fury just needs to
just keep his head,
keep calm, keep his composure. Yeah. He's in the box seat in this race. It'd much rather be in his position than Sutty. Sutty's got to go and get it. Fury has already got it in his grasp, but he just needs to hold on to it.
It's very easy, Andy, when you make a mistake leading with the gap you've had, to then just sort of just get a bit flustered and get a bit, like you say, he's just got to keep his composure. It is easy to lose your cool when you've just made and we didn't see the error. But he just needs to make it sure that he's not going to make another error, as we've got 1:56 left on the clock, so maybe time for 2 laps at a push. But Sutty, you're right, chased him down. Gary's also closing in on Spliffmaster. That gap's about a second, just over a second. Yep, there is Spliffmaster and Gary then. So these two gaining on each other.
Yeah, it looks like G and Ian currently battling over a 10th and 11th place. Is not the position I'd have wanted to see these two in. It's
not the position I thought we'd see these two in, if I'm going to be honest with you, Andy.
No, me neither. G's been doing some hell of lap times in practice, and Ian, to be fair, has been up there, pretty solid. But this race really has not gone to plan for either of them. Last time around, actually, Ian was closing on G quite a bit. He was 1.4 seconds quicker, so I don't know if G might want to allow. I'm not going to say that's very cheeky. I'm not going to say what I was to say there. That's very cheeky.
G allow Ian through.
I wasn't suggesting anything there, G. No, I wasn't saying it. I wasn't alluding to anything. No.
Ian might get G if he can get close enough, because G has a time penalty, so Ian might actually get G at the line. They are gaining on Monkey Boy here, as we are on the final lap of the race. I do believe, depending on where the leaders are, we are on the final lap.
Big Boy Brazier in the foreground there. Yeah, G's really putting up on him now.
Oh, it is Big Boy Brazier, yeah.
Yeah, Big Boy Brazier was on second on the grid. He was fighting with Fury at the start, but the race really hasn't gone to plan for him. We see. It looks like we've got G looking to the inside of Big Boy Brazier.
Oh, Brazier's squeezing him.
Push him up towards the pit wall. Come up into Cox corner, and it looks like he's got the move done as G. He's up into 9th place. Is Big Boy Brazier going to try and undercut him on the exit of the corner? He gets a little bit sideways there, Big Boy Brazier. He tries to get the pedal down, but G looks like he has done the move for us there.
Jamie, if you're watching, let me tell you now, you've got to wake up earlier in the morning to shove that man into the wall and not let him get past you. Trust me. Day late and $1 short you were there, Jamie. Get your finger out. Come on, mate. But Jamie and Unorthodox both picked up a time penalty there. So it's interesting. Depending on what they've got, Emo Guy may get past these two. We saw Sutty quicker than Fury last time around, but at the moment it's not enough. Fury is going to take the win here. He's just got to get it into the chicane.
So Fury from Motive Racing here, doing a fantastic job. As we
Great
expected
start
from him, he's really shown some promise in the build up to this one, so he takes the win there. Fury kicking off the evening for Motive Racing in the best possible way, but Sutty Apex following home.
Gary's got past Spliffmaster. In fact, Little Leech has got past Spliffmaster. Spliffmaster's dropped down to P6. So Gary's going to finish. Oh, Mace Gamer, has he let him back through there? So Gary's going to come home P3. Little Leech is going to take P4. Spliffmaster's going to come home 5th.
I'll tell you what, these standings are going to be very close.
They are. Mace Gamer P6. Monkey Boy has got back. No, he's not. It was Big Boy Brazy who was ahead of G, mate. So Monkey Boy's going to take P7. Unorthodox is going to finish 8th, but we'll just wait. Oh no, Unorthodox is well clear, so he's managed to do that time penalty. So Unorthodox P8, G and Brazier battling it out on track at the last stages here. Who is going to cross the line where between G and the big boy Brazier? Looks like G's going to take that one, I think. Emo Guy's also done big boy Brazier on time penalty, so the only G will get P9. Emo Guy will get P10. Big boy Brazier will get P11. DJ Phil's just gone up to P12. A late surge from DJ Phil up into 12th position. Not sure if that's the way it's finished. In fact, the last guys on track are all within a couple of seconds of each other. So yeah, DJ Phil will take 12th. Richie took 13th. But Fury with the win. And I do believe the fastest lap with a 32.1. Yeah, fastest lap for Fury as well. So extra point for him. But Fury from Sutty, Gary, Little Leech, Spliffmaster, the Maze Gamer, Monkey Boy, Unorthodox, only G, Emo Guy, Big Boy Brazy with a 6-second penalty at the line. DJ Phil Green, Richie takes 13th. Peaceful ended up 14th in that one. Not where we used to see him Peaceful finish. Probably sandbagging. Welsh will take P15. And Dean Wasaki then P16. And I can tell you now that there's 2 points in it. Do you know the way it's going, Andy? The 2 point switch? Do you want to have a guess of which way it's gone at the moment, or?
I'm gonna guess. No, you didn't know. Do you know what? I'm not gonna guess. I'm gonna let you tell.
Oh no, we know you're guessing. We know what your guessing is like. SimPlay lead by 2 points at the moment, so all to play for. SimPlay lead by 2 points, even with the fastest lap going to Fury. So all to play for. Don't forget, the top 8 cannot qualify in this one. As I'll just sort the qualifying
this is
weather
incredibly
out.
close then, guys.
Very.
Nip and tuck.
That. And then for the race, so just setting up the lobby here.
I think we're off there.
Yeah, we're on the Be Right Back. We're on the Be Right Back. That's fine. That's fine.
We're on the break screen. It's all good.
Awesome driving, Fury. Matt, check messages. Not happy. Woohoo. Richie. Ha ha ha. Why is Gary laughing at Richie? Check the messages. Emo Guy pointed me into the wall, into a wall. Richie rejoined by doing a U-turn on the hanger straight right in front of me. Oh, is that why Richie's flipped? And I fucking Emo Guy is lagging. Dean, watch your driving. FFS. Oh, that's why Richie flipped. He did a U-turn on the track and Peaceful ended up catching him as he was gaining on him. So it sounds of it. Richie's tried to swing car around. Peaceful's there, he's hit Peaceful, and then that's why we've seen him flip. We'll just give. I know G wanted a few minutes for something.
Oh yeah, he wants to do the standings. He wants to put them on the screen.
I've set up a little. I've got a little spreadsheet here, so that's how it's doing the points manually at the moment. When I just input it, so we know as commentators who's doing what. Didn't really need a driver's table, Kieran. I say I didn't. Kieran did it. I don't know why he's done a driver's table for 2 races, but okay. Oh, bastard. Data, sort range. Oh, fuck off.
Oh, what's the point system? Is it 16 for a win and 1
16,
for a
yeah, 16 down to 1. Scores update. Gary, I think
got it.
G is going to try and put it up on the screen, I do believe.
What's G got it as?
Kieran, Gary's not winning the leaderboard here, mate. I don't know what you're doing, but
I've got the standings at... I might have made a mistake.
Well, you got the standings at?
Oh, I've got it at... No, I might have made a mistake. I could have made a mistake. I've got it at... Oh, I might have made a mistake. Hold on, let me just double check.
Kieran, why is that saying that? That Z to A?
I've got it as us on 72 and SimPlay on 64, but...
Hang on, I'm just double checking it. Oh, hang on. DJ Phil got 11th, not 16th. No, that's qualifying. So Fury won, Sutty second, Gary third, Little Leach fourth, Spliffmaster fifth, Maze Gamer sixth, Monkey Boy seventh. So we've got 16. So let me just delete that fastest lap point. Yes, that's done that. So we can put that back.
15, 14, 13.
$12 for Spliff, 11 for Maze, 10 for Monkey, 9 for Unorthodox, 8 for G, 7 for Emo Guy, 6 for Brazier, 5 for DJ Phil, 4 for Richie, 3 for Peaceful, 2 for Welshie, 1 for Dean.
How many points have you got for it? Because I've got 72 for Motive and 64 for SimPlay.
I've got 64, 62.
Hold on, I might have made a mistake here. I might have made a mistake.
So for points I've got for Motive is 8 for G, 16 for Fury, plus 1 for a fastest lap, 5 for DJ Phil, 7 for Emo Guy, 4 for Richie, 11 for Maze Gamer, 9 for Unorthodox and 12 for Spliffmaster.
Yeah, so 16 for...
So effectively 17 for Fury.
I'm messing this adding up. I might be messing up my adding, so hold on.
Calculator. 17 plus 8 plus 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 11 plus 9 plus 12. No, yeah, I've got you down as 73. So why hasn't that worked, Kieran?
Yeah, 73 to 64 it should be.
62. Plus M12.
I've got you at 64. I'm doing it manually. I'm doing it on a piece of paper.
Yeah. Kieran's done all that fucking calculation thing. He's forgot to add M17. So yeah. No, you are on 73.
I think it's 73,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, yeah, you're on 73.
Is it 73, 64?
73, 64, yeah. No, you're right. Kieran had missed Fury's 17 points, or whoever's points it was, so I've just had to put them on the calculation for when it adds all your guys' points up. Who did you miss off? 17. You missed Maze Gamer's points off, sorry. So that's where your 11 points was. No, so it's 73, 64 to you, I've got.
73, 64. Alright, cool. G's not doing the standings anymore, by the way, so we're ready to jump in.
Right.
We'll go straight in.
Sooty, let's have Snell. Fuck's sake.
It's always that little wait.
Welcome back then, everybody. We are live for race 2. The top 8 cannot qualify. So for you guys, the top 8 again was Fury, Sooty Apex, Gary 131, Little Leech, Maze Gamer, Spliff Master, Unorthodox, The Only G, and Monkey Boy. not the only G. Apologies, and not unorthodox can't qualify, but Monkey Boy as well. So G, DJ Phil, Emo Guy, Richie, Welshie, Dean Wasaki, Peaceful Explosion, all able to qualify then, as is Big Boy Brazier. So we saw Big Boy Brazier take second in the last one. Do we think him or G for pole, I reckon, for race 2? Excuse me.
Big Boy Brazier definitely a contender, but G as well, those two guys seem to have a bit of a mare. G got caught up in the incidents at the start from our side, and from Big Boy Brazier's point of view, it just wasn't consistent enough. He was at the front with our man Fury for a bit, but I'm sure Big Boy Brazier is going to be wanting to fly the flag for you guys at SimPlay, because he's definitely got the pace to challenge Fury at the front.
Yeah, it was a shame that he wasn't able to be up there and only come away with a P11 in the end. One shout for excuse me, your lads at the end of that race. DJ Phil and Richie managed to actually go from 15th and 16th all the way up to P12 and 13th, so a great last lap for them two. The scores update at the moment give us that SimPlay 64, Motive 73, so they do lead by 9 points at the moment, so that is the difference.
Having said that though, can be worse being the leaders, because then you go into the last race with more complacency. So SimPlay very much the hunters here. We at Motive definitely the hunted. We've got to keep on our toes and not allow ourselves to get too confident leading this battle coming into this second race. I'm sure that none of the boys at Motive are going to be taking this one lightly. 9 points is not very much when you consider 16 points for a win. There are 8 drivers from each team, so it's wide open coming into this second race. Anything can happen.
Yeah, indeed, anything can happen, and I think this is going to be something that we've got to watch throughout tonight. It's going to be an absolute fantastic second race. Richie, there you see on track at the moment. Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, seeing as I introduced my drivers in the first qualifying session, if you want to introduce yours.
Yeah, sure thing. So first up then, I'll let you pick who we go on board with, and I'll go from there.
Go with Dean.
So we've got Dean Wasaki then, regular on the pro category on a Thursday night, struggling in the Acura in the GT3 series, but he's good round here. Took his first ever sim racing win on this track, albeit in the Formula Rookie car, not these. So he likes this track quite a lot, does Dean Wasaki. Next up we've got Big Boy Brazier, and we know all about him, internet connection problems at times. He's looked good so far tonight, not seen much lag from him, so touch wood. And I'm squeezing my dash card, Jamie, don't worry that he keeps that, and he's currently on pole with a 133 dead. Oh my days.
Oh, that's a scorcher.
Oh, well days. Gee, is absolutely smashed that. So that was Big Boy Brazier.
Well done, G. Good job. Ian comes in with a 33-4, sorry, I'll let you carry on.
That's fine. Peaceful Explosion, a race 1 winner at the GT3 category in the Pro Series SimPlay Motorsport. He brings up our 3rd seat in the car. I think just behind him is Welshie, the Pro-Am Championship leader at the moment. The Flying Scotsman is with us tonight. I think we've got a Scot on each team, I do believe. Sooty Apex, the master of the Sooty Send It manoeuvre. So watch in your mirrors for a late lunge from this boy. I'm sure he'll be wanting to get a few places on the track with that.
Absolutely, yeah. Hopefully the Sooty Send It so clean as can be.
Little Leach, a good driver. He races at both SimPlay and at Motive Racing. Actually the Tier 2 Clio Cup champion at Motive Racing, and currently sits P3 in the championships in their Tier 1 category. So Little Leach is not too shabby behind the wheel, that's for sure, but representing SimPlay, not Motive tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I would expect that, because Little Leach has obviously been with SimPlay since the beginning, so there's a few guys who actually represent both of these. We'll just run through who those guys are. So the only G is only at Motive. We've got so Ian, Emo Guy, races at both Motive and SimPlay, representing Motive because Motive was his first sim racing group that he joined on the PlayStation 4 platform. Ian's also on our staff team as well, so if he ended up representing SimPlay, he would definitely get the sack. But I'm joking here, I'm joking. But he's currently in P2 at the moment with that last lap, so Ian's doing a really good job at the moment here in this session. So he races in both leagues. He also races in SimPlay's GT3 Pro Series. We've got, who else? We've got DJ Phil. Yeah. And he races in both as well. He races in your Pro-Am series in the GT3s.
He is, yeah, Pro-Am series, yep.
And he races in every single one of our categories over at Motive. So He's all out and out racer throughout the week here at it's DJ Phil. Always loves to get out on the track and very vocal in the YouTube comment section as well, on both channels actually. Whenever he's racing, always pops up in the comments and says hello. Another one of the guys who races in both leagues is Unorthodox, who races. So he races in the Pro Series in the GT3s at SimPlay. He also races in the touring cars, the LMP2s,
and the Clios.
Clios as well in Tier 2.
Took his first win. Took his first win at Motive on Tuesday night and took his first win at SimPlay last Thursday. So again, not one to be underestimated behind the wheel. We've also got Fury as the other man, who races for both SimPlay and Motive. So we'll see what Fury can do. Gary131 just then. We've got, who is again a racer at both Motive and SimPlay, but started at SimPlay. He's got come under a bit of criticism at Motive on Tuesday night for his some sexy sending manoeuvres.
I had the headphones on.
In the Clio Cup, but one of the out-and-out favourites, I think, for the GT3 title here at SimPlay Motorsport. But we'll see if he's capable of it.
Looking strong in the Clios as well over at Motive.
Yeah, touring cars as well. Looks very good in the touring cars as well over at Motive. Very good so far.
Especially me having missed a round. I'm gonna have to be on my game if I want to catch up to him in the standings. I'll tell you that.
So G currently on pole, 9/10 clear of Emo Guy. Peaceful Explosion up to P3, 9/10 behind G as well. Not far between Emo Guy and Peaceful Explosion. Big Boy Brazier down in P4 at the moment. Dean Wasocki, 5th place. I know 8 can't qualify, but still. Well done, Dean. Good lap, mate. Only 1.7 off the pace as well, actually. It's quite surprising that for Dean. I said Dean likes his circuit, so hopefully we can put that into his race pace. I have received a message from the Only G, one of the organisers for tonight's event. We're just going to... this is for both teams, all drivers. Could we just be a bit more careful on the track, please, for both teams and both drivers? He just wanted me to let people know it was a bit reckless out there, race one. Although it is Motive v SimPlay, and it's two different channels coming against each other tonight. It is, again, let's not forget, it's a special event, a fun event, bit of an event that's, we don't have to have the stresses of the normal league racing. This is for a bit of fun and a laugh, but as much as people want to take it serious, and we respect that, we've got to keep it clean as well at the end of the night. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, Andy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I want to echo those sentiments and just say, this is for fun, but we're all competitive. I understand that. We want to be giving it everything, and obviously every single driver from both sides wants to do their bit to make sure that they can get the win, but as we said, we just want to enjoy ourselves, have fun, and keep this as gentlemanly as we can.
Yeah.
So let's just have a good evening of racing. We've had an interesting first race. Things got a little bit argy-bargy towards the start of the race, but now we've had a chance to settle down. We know the cars pretty well. This should be, fingers crossed, no issues.
Yeah, I agree with that. There is a pit window on the 6th lap of the race. Gary wanted me to remind you about that as well. Mandatory pit stop in this one, and it is a 19-lap event. Half an hour race. It was about 19 laps last night. As you see, Welchie, he's currently 3.1 down on the time at the moment, so hopefully he can do some bits here and that will pay off as well. But no, it's all looking good at the moment. DJ Phil just behind Welshie, a couple of tenths, a couple of hundredths, should I say. Gee, this man, he's on an absolute flyer though. 1:31.8. We didn't see anybody in the 31s race one or qualifier one. Gee's got it together for race two, that's for sure.
Yeah, he really has. Earlier on in the practice, he was struggling a little bit actually. He wasn't our fastest man. Our fastest representative from Motive in our practice sessions was this man Fury. He took the win in the first race. But G's currently running pretty nicely. He's got it very, very well hooked up here coming around Stowe Corner, but he's currently bringing it into the pit, so he reckons he's got enough in hand. Ian currently sat in P2. Peaceful Explosion has brought it in from SimPlay. Big Boy Brazier also ripping SimPlay, coming over the line, just started another lap there by the looks of it, by the skin of his teeth. Managed to get onto a final flyer here to get sideways coming through Cox Corner, but keeps it pointing in the right direction. Richie in the pits from Motive. Dean Wasocki of SimPlay currently sat in P6 at the moment in this session. Welshie of SimPlay looks like he's done for the session, and DJ Phil of Motive also done for the session. So it's on Ian from Motive coming up towards the line now, out of Woodcote, can't improve on his lap time. Big Boy Brazier is just coming out of Chapel Curve now onto the Hangar Straight. We've got Dean Wasocki coming towards what looks to be, he's just coming through Priory now, up towards Abbey by the looks of it. So
Yeah.
he's got a few corners left to go now, coming up towards the Woodcote chicane. See what he can do here. Of Dean Wasocki of SimPlay Motorsport onto the brakes. A little bit cuts the corner, but I think he can get away with that one. And he rides the cab. No, he's been invalidated. So that's it. That's it for Dean Wasocki. It's all on this man now, Big Boy Brazier. He was on the front row in the first race. He managed to do a fantastic lap, put himself alongside Fury. What can he do now? We know he can get himself a lot quicker than what he's currently done in this session. Currently sat on a 1:33 dead here. Driving for SimPlay Motorsport. His connection seems to be holding up, touch wood at the moment.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Good connection tonight. The one night that's not a league event, he's got brilliant connection. Absolutely fantastic. Nice to see him on race on a Thursday as well.
Player.
Yeah. That's it. Crosses the line. I don't think there was any improvement there.
There was an improvement in lap time, but not in position.
Yeah, not in position now. So the only G with a heck of a lap time text pole, and it's a Motive Racing 1-2 with G on pole, Emo Guy in second, Peaceful Explosion third, Big Boy Brazier fourth. So let's see if the SimPlay lads can make a charge into turn one. Richie sits fifth alongside Dean Wasocki with Welshie P7, DJ Phil eighth. And then we've got a bit of a Motive train here. So Maze Gamer, Spliff Master, then Sooty Apex, so 3 Motives in a row. And then we've got Unorthodox, Gary Little-Each, Monkey Boys, then the 3 SimPlay lads, and Fury bringing up the rear. So the race 1 winner at the back of the pack. So it'll be fascinating to see him come through the field here.
It will. And I just want to say a big thank you to the hold on, just counting. To the 18 people watching across Motive Racing's YouTube, SimPlay Motorsport's YouTube, and Motive Racing Facebook account. If you want to get involved in either of these leagues, then make sure you join us. If you want to join Motive Racing, go to motiveracing.com. If you want to join SimPlay Motorsport, then go to the YouTube, then go to the Facebook account. Absolutely, go onto Facebook, type in SimPlay Motorsport. That's SimPlay Motorsport. You can join the GT3 series that they've got going along there. They've got a Pro Series, but if you want to cut your teeth in and get up to speed, then first of all you jump in the Pro-Am Series on the Wednesdays. Both of those leagues run at 8 PM GMT.
Indeed. Don't forget to leave a like on both videos and the Facebook page, as well as subscribe to both channels if you haven't subscribed already. And if you haven't left thumbs up as well, please do that. We all appreciate it on both channels here. We all appreciate every like and subscription we get. Helps towards the running of the series, and at least we know that you guys enjoy the stuff we have to offer. So at the moment, we're just waiting for the drivers to ready up. It is going to be a 19-lap race. And who are you tipping for this one then? Because the dramas we saw race 1, it could mean that it's going to be a bit... It
could be a bit spicy coming into the first corner, especially on the first lap when the tyres are cold.
We've lost a guy. We've lost Maze.
Maze Gamer's dropped out. That doesn't bode well for Motive Racing here before we've even got going. But we've got a 9-point gap, so come on boys, let's bring it home. But personally for me, Matt, if I had to go for one of your guys that I think is going to be a contender in this race, I'd have to go for Big Boy Brazier, because
me as well.
We know from the first race he's definitely got the pace. So Big Boy Brazier, Peaceful Explosion, very much threats to our lead here in this race. Who do you reckon from our guys is going to be up there?
I think G or Emo Guy from your guys will be starting on first or second, and I think, watch for Sooty Apex. I think he's a man who you could see come from 10th and do something. We're going to start then. So unfortunately we have lost Maze Gamer, and we are away. I think I'm not sure what's happening here.
We get collision. 2 Motive guys coming together there. Emo guys in, but it looks like he's been T-boned by Richie. I don't know what was going on off the start. Richie seemed to get a little bit onto the grass as they got off the line, but Big Boy Brazier is into the lead of the race here, ahead of Dean Wasocki. It looks like
we're having
Welshie and Sooty in the background there, but Motive with a horrible start to that race. And looks like we've already had a retirement.
We're going to do a restart of the session.
Oh, we've got a red flag.
Yeah, we're going to do a restart of the session. We're going to do a extra lap on the race. So
just a quick note to the 22 people watching across the 3 channels. We're going to do a red flag here for this one. Red flag is out. We're going to be restarting this lobby and getting going in a few moments' time. Apologies for this, guys. So we've got 11 people watching on SimPlay, 9 people watching on Motive, and 2 people watching on Facebook. Guys, please stick with us. We'll be back on in a few moments' time.
If everybody could just retire from the SimPlay side of things. Come on, lads, so we can get the red flag session done. We want all 16 drivers in, so we know we lost 1, and we normally wouldn't restart it for just 1 disconnecting, but with it being a special event, let's get everybody back in. So if the SimPlay lads could just retire from this session.
So we got 27 people watching, guys. That is absolutely fantastic. We're overwhelmed by the support here on the Motive, SimPlay and Facebook channels here. And guys, make sure you drop a like on this video, subscribe if you enjoy, and we'll be back on in about 5 minutes time for the start of this race. We will get this we'll get this show on the road as soon as possible. Obviously gutted that we've been delayed like this.
Yeah, are we going to take a quick break, I do believe?
Yeah, I think we're going to take a quick break.
Take a quick break. I'll jump into the other party.
Contact our producer and get this one to you.
So when we're on a quick break, I'll just jump into the party and we can get. I can let them guys know.
Also, I need to talk to my nan because she's.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, Nana.
Oh, yeah.
Retire, we're doing a restart. Retire, we're doing a restart. Why? No. We're just going to do a 1 lap, get in order and go. 1 lap, get in order and go. No, just retire it. It'll take us back into the lobby, won't it? Yeah.
I don't think you hit exit anyway.
If you hit exit, I'll just invite
Do
you
you
back
hit
in.
exit?
Either or, retire to pitbox or whatever.
I just retired to pitbox.
Matt,
Yeah.
if we ever do another one of these, we're having fucking damage on.
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Make a fucking lump it.
It's cold.
I
Dean,
have a
mate,
time
just
messing about like.
Dean, just watch him when you're overtaking people.
No, right. Hey, it's emo guy. He's lagging like fuck.
Yeah, not emo guy. It was unorthodox.
You're leaning on me, not braking. So if
Dean,
you pass,
Dean, you're already up your inside, and you cut across him. We saw it on stream, mate. You're already up your inside. We was side by
But
side.
to be fair, they've done a lot fucking
Oh, then,
worse.
come on.
They're shocking.
Let's get going,
6,
lads.
7.
We need to just get going because I don't have time.
Right, we're back in with Andy. Yeah, don't worry. Andy's had a word. Andy's had a word as well. I'll shout them out on stream. So if anyone's got stream, I'll make sure you listen. Yeah. Right. It's just going to be 1 lap, warm up, get into grid position, go, rolling start. All right. Just need some of your lads back in. G's back in. MOTIB. Oh, we lost you, Andy, did we? Alright, you're there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maze game is in. That. Brilliant. That, and where's emo guy's thing to add emo guy? That. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. G's 5. Just wait on Orthodox Fury and Spliffmaster and emo guy. Emo guy. Unorthodox. Come on, Fury.
Do you know what I think we should do sometime?
What's that?
Is I think we should do an oval race.
Yeah.
Right, Ford Mustangs.
Ooh,
Team
that'd be
V2.
good.
No, that would be so sick. Because imagine the tactics. They'd be like slipstreaming. We'd have pack racing. It'd be a.
Oval. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Please. Come on.
Off season, just having like an oval season during December.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I just think it would be. It's just exciting.
Where's Fury?
And we can have yellow flags and stuff.
Yeah. Formation lap. Like. Come on, Fury, where are you? Sutty's going to have to go otherwise.
Is he working tonight?
He's working at 4 in the morning. So he obviously wants to get to bed a bit earlier. Because he was at work today. Finished today, he's at work tomorrow. Oh shit, I need to change into 20 laps. 20 laps.
Here he is. Right, ready.
Right. Yeah. He's the
We're
right
doing a formation then.
Yeah. So what like you guys do?
Alright, nice. Yeah, everyone should know the drill anyways.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
G leads him away, so I'm sure he'll know what he's doing.
Yeah. Still got 20 viewers, so people have stuck with it.
Yeah, we've got
good.
12 with us.
Yeah, 12 when you're on. You're in.
Shit.
Mine and ours. So,
I've left quali. Retire from quali.
why can I still hear that noise? I've turned every bit of sound off. What's going on? Did she turn everything off? Oh, it's Facebook. Bugs. Oh man. Only takes one person not to press it, doesn't it?
Oh no, that's a problem, isn't it, at the minute? Can you retire from qualifying? You can, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. Oh, you can't. Doesn't work, so what now? Oh, we'll have to make a new lobby.
For fuck's sake. There is a retire option, isn't there?
Yeah, what we can do,
They
mate,
have all
if
retired.
you want,
Yeah.
what we'll do, if Sutty can't race, if he has to leave, then what we'll do is we'll drop our worst result
Yep. Okay.
from race 2. That's the fairest way to do it. Whoever finishes the lowest, we drop that result.
No, you. Well, one of you hasn't. Someone's just come out the fucking pits, hasn't they? Right, I'm gonna have to make another lobby because that's clearly not working. This is going absolutely swimmingly. Would have fucking helped, Sutty, if you'd appeared on fucking line so I could find your name quicker. Fucking dickhead. Double check. You couldn't make this up, could you? Problem with stream, and then I forget to turn qualifying off because someone disconnects. So fucking honestly. You what? Gary says, standing start, fastest way, random grid. Oh, Sutty said fucking same thing, hadn't he?
What, random grid?
Random grid.
I mean, starts G.
Yeah, I was going to do the same thing.
Grid. 4 race 2.
Of course, Sutty wants a fucking standing start, Jesus Christ. He sometimes is a bit mardy, that boy. 1. Dean's in wrong fucking car. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Someone talk to
You'd rather do a formation that, to be fair, I know what he means.
Yeah, no.
We did the quality, so we're probably
no, that's fine. Right, D's in right car. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, let's go.
So we're doing a formation, yeah?
Yeah, formation.
Cool. Let's share this. I'll go on the Project Cars Discord if I'm still a member. I don't know if they might have kicked me off because I don't think they want people sharing Project Cars 2 stuff on there anymore. Oh, I'm still on there, so.
Oh yeah, standing start. Look at how many of our lads are up front, because that would have been fair, wouldn't it? So hopefully we're live. Are we back live? Not yet.
To be fair, it's no rush because we've got the formation anyway after.
Yeah, true. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do right now is we're just going to get a quick formation lap going based off the grid order from qualifying in the last race. So everybody will have to get into their positions and we'll do one lap and then it will be a rolling start. So to re-go over the grid, it was the only G who took pole position, followed by Emo Guy. Peaceful Explosion was third. Big Boy Brazier came home fourth. Fifth place was Richie, Dean Wasocki took 6th. Welshie was 7th. DJ Phil Green was 8th. Maze Gamer was 9th. 10th was Spliff Master. 11th was Sooty Apex. 12th Unorthodox. 13th Gary. 14th Little Leech. P15 was Monkey Boy. And P16 was Fury. So that's the order of the grid. And it looks like we're nearly there. We've nearly got it all sorted with the looks of things.
Yeah, we are getting there, guys, one step at a time, but hopefully we're going to get this race 2 underway, and we're in for a cracker if race 1 is anything to go by. These lads out on the track would have had a little bit of time to settle down and calm themselves a bit, get themselves composed and ready to have what is hopefully going to be a clean race. And we see a flash of lights there from Peaceful Explosion in the background. Looks like the SimPlay boys trying to get in our heads a little bit, maybe, Matt.
Maybe there. Monkey Boy needs to drop back down to P15, so someone needs to tell Monkey Boy he's too high on the grid. Currently sat P8, but needs to be P15. DJ Phil as well needs to drop back to P16. A lot of these guys know what they're doing, but aren't they? Dean is in 6th, that's fine. Next after Dean needs to be Welshie, which is done. Then it's DJ Phil, then Maze Gamer, we've got that. 10th is Spliff Master, we've got that. Unorthodox P11, he needs to be 12th. Unorthodox needs to drop behind Sooty Apex. Sooty needs to get in front of Unorthodox, and I think Sooty has done that. Yeah, then Gary, Little Leech, Monkey Boy, and then Fury. So yeah, we are in the order now. We are about ready to go. G is coming down towards the last chicane, and when G gets to the line, we'll be racing. Different kind of start.
Yeah, it's quite unusual to see G lining up at the front in a race where the top
in a reverse grid race.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. It's a bit odd because G's obviously, as some people will know, he's a multiple world record holder here on Project Cars 2. I mean, he knows his thing or two about driving, but he's going to be leading us away. He took the pole position in that second qualifying session. We saw Matt, top 8 couldn't qualify in that one. And he's just backing the pack up. You can see it's a Motive 1-2 as we come through Hooker. And it's like, G's gone now. We are green, and we're underway for race 2. And G's looks like he's absolutely left Emo Guy for dead here, coming out onto the straight. We've got Peaceful Explosion, Big Boy Brazier from SimPlay, Richie and Dean Wasocki there with Welshie. So the 2 from SimPlay in 6th and 7th. Looks like we've got Welshie eyeing up and move the inside of Cop. He's a bit too far back to find that move on Dean Wasocki at the moment. DJ Full Green of Motive, we've got Maze Gamer also of Motive, Gary and Little Leech, the 2 brothers of SimPlay Motorsport.
They've made a jump.
And Orthodox at Motive into 12. Yeah, they have. They've got ahead of Unorthodox. It looks like Unorthodox trying to return the favour on Little Leech, coming up towards Magus and Beckett's though.
Yeah, on the outside. Oh, just had to get on the brakes a little bit there as he took to behind. In fact, Unorthodox has taken to the grass there. So Gary and Little Leech gone from 13th and 14th and up to P10, 11. Sooty and Unorthodox are the 2 that's lost out. Can Unorthodox then get back up there? But Maze Gamer having a bit of a scrap at the moment with DJ Phil Green. You'd have thought the teammates would have probably let each other through. And look at this, Big Boy Brazier pulls out on Peaceful. So no doubt Peaceful has said, go through, mate, you're a lot quicker. In fact, Peaceful has the rear end all out there. And Richie will be all over the back of Peaceful then, keeping an eye on that one. You've got Dean Wasocki in the background, who hopefully will get on the back of this and give us a bit of a good scrap. Gary's on the back of DJ Phil. Who's dropped a bit. Maze Gamer's dropped down to P15, was on the back of DJ Phil, but he's now down to 15th place. So not the best opening lap for Maze Gamer. Monkey Boy currently sits 16th and last at the moment. Fury up to P14, ahead of Spliff Master and Maze Gamer. But G and Emo Guy going for it here and well away. We need our lads to get up there and catch them. Come on, Jamie Brazier.
Well, it was crucial for Jamie Brazier to make that move on Peaceful Explosion coming into Stowe Corner, because he's representing SimPlay's main charge here coming up in this race too. But G and Ian currently doing a fantastic job out the front, and to be fair, I'm very impressed with Ian, very proud of the job that he's doing at the moment, keeping on the back of G in these early laps. You can see Ian, that was actually quicker than G on that first lap as well, so he's closing up on him. Ian needs to keep himself in that slipstream, and G is currently doing all the work here at the front. Big Boy Brazier of SimPlay not really closing on these 2 as much as I would have expected.
Yeah, picked up a time penalty as well.
He has indeed, yeah. Fingers crossed Big Boy Brazier's connection does hold out for this race. His infamous talk connection does tend to zone out from time to time, but he's currently doing a good job here, running in the final podium spot. In the background we got Richie of Motive trying to fend off SimPlay's Dean Wasocki. Dean Wasocki making an inspiring start to this race though, Matt.
Great start from Dean Wasocki. He's held position and stayed P6, and he's going to look up the inside of Richie here. Richie's left the door open. Oh, and nearly chops Dean's nose off there. Dean was wise about that. Dean's run very wide as a result. I wouldn't say as a result of that. I don't know what Dean were doing running that far wide, but Dean nearly had his front nose chopped off there. Fury's up to P10, Sutty's up to P9, Little Each down in P15. Oh, Jamie Brazier! He's on the grass. What's gone off there? He must have lost it on his own because he was nowhere near anybody. Has rejoined now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We see there, Mate's game is going wide, so Big Boy Brazier is going to take that position back off of Motive's Racing's runner there. But you see Big Boy Brazier getting all sorts of out of shape, and he's not down in 11th place. That will not be what he would have wanted at all. So Peaceful Explosion, now the man currently bridging the gap between G, Ian and the rest of the pack. So Peaceful Explosion's currently got a bit of a gap back to Richie, who's holding Gary off at the moment. Gary of SimPlay Motorsport is going to be wanting to get into some clear air as soon as he can, because he knows that G and Ian are very much threatening to break away. Oh,
Gary's lost it!
Gary is sideways on the exit of Cop's corner, takes out the bollard there on the inside of the corner onto the grass, and he's now down, way down the field. It looks like it's going to drop back into what looks to be 8th or 7th.
Oh, was that losing it as well? Oh, there's a SimPlay car round. One was rolling. There's Unorthodox. It's Big Boy Brazier. Sutty Apex has had a spin and Big Boy Brazier's lost the car as well. So the SimPlay lads, it's gone horribly wrong. And I don't like admitting defeat, but I think we've lost it now. We're already 9 points behind and we've got a mountain to climb here. And the SimPlay lads have not represented themselves in the best of lights here.
No, I mean, a couple of incidents and that could very much swing the other way though, Matt. It's early doors here in this race 2. Currently lap 4 of 20 here at Silverstone Classic. And G and Ian, I know that neither of these two are going to want to concede the race to each other. So if these two Motive Racing guys come together or start fighting it out, then this could very much bring Peaceful Explosion or Dean with Sophie, Welshie Boy, all these guys could come back into play later on in the race.
Hope
and it looks
so.
like we've got Swiftmeister trying to get onto the back of Fury. Fury's made some good progress here in this race though, Matt. He's up in the 7th place.
Yeah, started back 16th on the grid. Gary trying to push too hard. Just calm it down, Gary. Get back in a rhythm. Come on, lad. Fury started P16 and he's already up to P8, sorry, because Spliffmaster's got back past him. Or has he got that one done? Oh, that's Gary.
Himself in the mix here.
Good
move. He's
move.
managed to get himself up ahead of Spliffmeister there. So Gary currently on a charge here in this one. He's the team captain of SimPlay Motorsport, isn't he, Matt?
Allegedly. I didn't give him that role. I picked him for the drive, but he picked himself for that role. He's done a fine job as Gary. He's pepped the boys up all day. I'll give him that. He's been absolutely brilliant. Got the lads on early for a bit of practice as well. So hats off to Gary.
He appointed himself for the role, but he's currently running in 8th place at the moment. But you can never count him out for a race, though, can you?
No, you can't. Oh, who's that off? I think that's Welshie off the bottom of the screen. Yeah, Fury's got past Welshie then. Oh, and Welshie nearly takes Gary out there. Oh, that's Monkey Boy. That's Monkey Boy and Spliffmaster. Both around. Didn't see what happened there. Spliffmaster rejoins. Monkey Boy rejoins as well. Oh, Monkey Boy's lost it on rejoin there. So we've really been done to there. But I tell you what, Sutty Apex down P14, Big Boy Brazier 15th, Little Each and Unorthodox 11th and 12th. Who'd have thought that one?
Absolutely Unorthodox of Motive, not having the best of races so far. He said to me earlier on in the practice session, I feel like today might not be my day, and I can 100% see what he means now. But unfortunately, just hasn't really fallen for him so far in this event tonight. Luckily, his teammates have been really on the ball with Dan is pretty much an out-and-out racer in every single category. Last night we saw
who's that? That's Jamie Brazier.
It looks like the two coming together there of either side, and it looks like they've lost lots and lots of time in the process there. I was just mentioning Unorthodox being out of sorts tonight, but Big Boy Brazier and Spliffmeister coming together once again there, Matt. These two seem to can't get enough of each other.
It's elbows out at the minute, and we asked the drivers to just keep it a bit clean at the moment, but them two have just... They're glued to each other at the moment. Peaceful's doing a good job in P3 to keep ahead of Richie, but he's falling off the back of Emo Guy and the only G at the moment. Big Boy Unorthodox looks like he's had a problem. He's lost out there to 3 cars on the timing screens. I'm not sure what he's happened there. Monkey Boy's getting on the back of him as well. Gary up to P... You go on, sorry.
That's all right, I just wanted to mention Fury. He was making gains earlier on. He was back into 6th place a couple of laps ago. He's now put back to 11th. So the race winner from race 1 does appear to be struggling a little bit. I don't know if he's struggling to get his tyres up to temperature or what's going on. Oh, as we see Little Leach getting sideways on the exit of Beckett's, and it looks like he's going to lose out there to Fury. So Fury up into 10th. It looks like Sutty's going to follow him through into 11th place, but Little Leach there not having the best of races so far here in this race 2 for tonight. I'm not sure if he's going to be what's going on. Maybe the tyres starting to lose grip.
Possibly the tyres. I know these I know the tyres overheat very quickly. Who's that wide in the background? That's Welshie wide, really wide in the background. Gary's up to, he's round. Oh, he's round.
Oh no, that does not look healthy. He's getting all sorts of out of shape there, and he's going to drop back down the field. He's down to 12th place there. Just want to mention though, Matt, Gary's zapping quicker than the leaders at the moment. So
Good.
SimPlay
Needs to be.
Repping some good lap times in the timing sheets. Could Gary be on for a fastest lap? He's definitely going to be wanting to hunt down these two at the front, G and Ian. They've currently got 12 seconds to him, but he's consistently carving that gap down at the moment, crossing the line there. 32.7 from
Good.
Gary now, with more or less a full tank of fuel. That is an absolute stonker there.
It's a fantastic lap time from Gary, and this is something we've come to expect from Gary. He's quick, he can drive anything you put him in. Gary's a guy that will turn up as well, and he's a racer. He'll just want to race and race and race. Fury's in lap 7, so Fury able to do mandatory pit stops as from now. So Fury the first man up pulling the trigger then, as is Welshie here. So them two have pitted and are doing their mandatory pit stop now, taking it nice and early. I'm wondering if Big Boy Brazier will come in. No, he stays out. G and Emo guy still battling though.
Yeah, they are, but these two guys just keeping it cool, not getting tempted to fight each other or anything like that. These guys know that they're in a team battle here. They're fighting with those guys in the red and white cars and nobody else, and you can see there G absolutely driving the wheels off of that thing, but not pushing it too hard at this point. Obviously, he knows that he's got Ian, his wingman, at the moment, right behind him. So they just want to be keeping it out of each other's way, keep doing what they're doing. They need to be wary of Gary though, because Gary's currently lapping faster out on the track, lapping in the 1:32. Peaceful Explosion in the 34s, a little bit slower than these two at the front. He's got Richie not too far behind him. Good to see Richie.
Yeah,
managed to get it together, because in the race one it wasn't really going to plan.
Oh, that's
for
Peaceful
him,
in. Peaceful's in. And I think did he lose the car there? He has.
Oh, he did. Peaceful Explosion sideways there coming into the pits. It looks like he's just bringing it in now, but that's not what he would have wanted at all.
Emo guy as well is in the pits as well. He's pulling the trigger early over only G, so can we see him maybe undercut G in terms of the team battle? But that's not what we wanted for Peaceful Explosion, losing it in the pit lane, and it's going horribly wrong.
Yeah, we do seem to be getting the rubber of a green here at Motive Racing for this race too. Everything seems to have fallen for us so far. Touch wood, we don't get something happen to us now, but at this point it's going rather swimmingly, and can't be any happier with the way that our race has gone so far.
I want to say a massive shout out to Dean Wisocki, running P3, running really well as well at the moment.
He is. He's doing a hell of a job, is Dean Wisocki. He's I raced with him actually. He was racing yesterday, and he seemed pretty quick.
Yeah, he's lapping decent. Lapping quicker than Richie, or similar to Richie, should I say. He's got Gary coming up on him, and no doubt he'll let Gary through when Gary gets on the back of him. But doing a decent job is Dean.
Yeah, he is, and I'm sure, as you say, Gary will probably be waved through. Gary's currently matching the leaders, G and, what was he, but now Richie.
Emo guy pitted, down to P7.
Yeah, Ian's been into the pits, so Gary, if he can keep doing what he's doing, and maybe if G or Ian makes a mistake, then he might be able to get the W for SimPlay here in this race too. I've been saying it since the start, Matt. This race is by no means over. It's not over until the fat lady sings. Until that checker flag is out, you cannot guarantee what's going to happen.
Yeah,
but,
indeed you can't.
Very good for us at this point.
G and Richie though,
I couldn't be happy with how it's gone so far.
I'm sure you can't as a Motive fan. I'm sat here a bit annoyed at the moment. Our lads not showing what they can do. Gary and Dean have passed Richie, so what's happened to Richie? Oh, Richie's in the pits. So Richie pits then, Dean and Gary up to P2 and 3, still having to pit at the moment. Sooty Apex is up into P5. Dean and Gary getting that rear end out there. And I'm sure Gary will be waved through by Dean. I don't think Dean will be wanting to hold Gary up. I'm sure Gary will be telling Dean to move out the way and not defend too heavy, but Dean not making life easy, and there he goes. Dean lets Gary through now then, so Gary up into P2 and can chase after the only G. Dean has done a cracking job. Sooty's now up into P4. He's past Maze Gamer. I didn't see... No, it was Richie who was in the pits. He's come out P9 at the moment from second on track then. Peaceful down to P11 after his pit stop after a spin in the pit box. He's come out ahead of Fury, Spliffmaster and Orthodox Welshie and Monkey Boy, but is still...
This is very interesting, Matt, because we got Big Boy Brazier currently sat in 8th place. It looks to have Richie right behind him, so could Big Boy Brazier maybe try and hold Richie up a bit of it here? Obviously, he's still yet to come in for his mandatory pit stop, but there's nothing in the rules against a little bit of gamesmanship, Obviously, track position, down, he's more than within his rights if he wants to just try and stop Richie in his traction a little bit. Who knows?
I mean, Jamie Brazier, you've still got to pit him with that time penalty. If it finished like this, say, let's imagine Jamie's pitted, he'd lose out to Richie anyway, unless he can start to pull away even more. But surely holding Richie up would be beneficial to the SimPlay lads. Maybe let some guys by the back gain on the front runners. Peaceful in the middle of a battle with Fury. He's got DJ Phil just in front, and Fury's going to look up the inside. A Peaceful explosion here, coming into club corner, and Peaceful gives him the room and the respect. And that move, just squeezing as he tries to get TFX to the corner, but Peaceful couldn't do anything about. Yeah, good move from Fury. That good move.
Fantastic stuff there, Fury. Well done. Making some progress in this race. He won the first race, but this one hasn't gone to plan really for him. He's still going to be wanting to maximise the amount of points he gets here. Automotive Racing Boys. He's closing up onto the back of DJ Phil at the moment, and we see Peaceful Explosion just waiting in the wings, trying to bounce back on his feet. So you get a little bit sideways there, going through Woodcock chicane, and he's just about kept onto it, kept it pointing in the right direction, but that is not what he would have wanted at all. And he's lost a bit of time there to Phil and Fury. Fury's going to want to get by Phil as soon as possible, and we see there Phil
lets him through,
over and allowing Fury to pick up that position, so not allowing his
and that's a good move from DJ Phil. That's a good move. He knows Fury's quick. Fury's got a race win under his belt tonight. He's had a fastest lap in race 1 as well, don't forget, did Fury. So that's the right decision in terms of the inter-team battle. Let Fury through. DJ Phil still got a pit. Fury has pitted. So good decision there from the Motive boys on that one. Peaceful has dropped well off the back of these guys as well with that little slide at the chicane. So not looking so good for Peaceful at the moment. Gary is lapping the same as G. Sutty lapping the same as Gary as well. So not too bad for Gary and Sutty, but they need to pull away. Sutty's still got to pass Dean. He's quite a way behind him. Dean's staying with Gary actually, 2 seconds that gap. So Dean actually doing a good job to stay with Gary 1-3-1 at the moment.
Dean getting sideways, coming through out the exit of Woodcourt into the barrier from the inside of the corner. He's lost a little bit of time there. Gary left into some clean air now. So Gary's gap to G at the front, still 12 seconds. Gary is matching the leader, so any mistakes from G or Ian, and Gary's going to be very much in it. It looks like Ian's made a mistake.
Oh, who's that with?
But also, it looks like we've got
that's Big Boy Brazier
sideways as well. Big Boy Brazier's round coming under the bridge, so coming through bridge there. So he's lost a lot of time. It looks like Fury's up into 9th place. DJ Phil looks like he might be coming through as well.
Big Boy Brazier's in the pits.
I want to mention that, Big Boy Brazier in the pits. I just want to mention though that Ian has made a mistake because he was 28 seconds behind when he came out of the pits. He's now 42 seconds after the race leader. So Gary could be jumping Ian once Gary does come in. That could be a SimPlay up into P2 here in this race too.
Watch for such Apex as well. Such Apex is getting to around about a time where Emo Guy, that gap's 21 seconds between Emo and Sutty, so watch out for Sutty for jumping Emo Guy as well. And if Emo Guy makes any more mistakes, Dean Wasocki could also jump him. Maze Gamer sat P5 will be looking to get on the back of Dean Wasocki. Which says commentator's curse. Yeah, exactly. SimPlay have choked tonight. We really have. We've not brought our A game tonight. Our boys have not been on their best. I don't know. I don't even know what to say because we know these guys are quick. We've seen these guys race. Obviously, a couple of them raced over at Motive and just not been on it tonight.
It looks like Gary's made a mistake because he's dropped down to almost 20 seconds behind now. So looks like Sutty closing in on him a little bit. Both of these guys of SimPlay Motorsport. Dean Wasocki not too far behind Sutty either in 4th place. Some of these guys have been into the pits. I just want to fill all the viewers in on who's been in. So we've currently had into the pits so far. We've had
Fury,
Monkey Boy, Welshie Boy, Big Boy Racer. Oh, we see Big Boy. I know Welshie Boy getting sideways on the exit of Chapel, coming out onto the hanger straight. But Welshie Boy, Monkey Boy, Big Boy Brazier, Unorthodox, Spliffmeister, DJ Phil, Peaceful Explosion. I think DJ pitted? All went into the pits. Maybe DJ Phil hasn't actually. You might have a point.
No, he's not. He's pitting now. Look, I've just jotted him down. Richie's pitted, Monkey Boy, Emo Guy, Peaceful, Fury, Welshie, Spliffmaster, Unorthodox, and now DJ Phil pitting. The pit entrance is a bugger of a pit entrance here at Silverstone Classic.
Yeah, so the top 6 still yet to come in. The guys from 7th downwards have all been in, including DJ Phil now. So that's the state of play in this one. So the only G, Gary, Sutty, the only G of Motive, Gary of SimPlay, Sutty of SimPlay, Dean Wasocki of SimPlay, Mace Gamer of Motive, and Little Leech of SimPlay. Those 6 guys still yet to come in to the pits for their mandatory pit stop. You can see my nan's just pointing out that bumper's hanging up, I think.
Yeah, absolutely dragging across the floor. It's not looking good, his Little Leech's car. All the SimPlay cars look like they've been in the wars. I know some of the Motive lads, cars they don't look great, but our boys have really took a battering tonight. I tell you, there's only one man. Gary's coming in now, so Gary going to try for his pit stop. His car doesn't look too bad. There's only one car that looks prestige out there, and that's Dean's.
I've got to say, that was a lovely entry to the pits there from Gary. He controlled that perfectly. That looked amazing. That was really nicely done.
I wish you can do it on the track, not in the pit lane. That's where we need to make up the ground. We don't get points for style entering the pits, Gary. We get points for winning flipping races. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
You get no points for the way that you drive into the pits.
The interesting thing here, Andy, is Gary going to come out ahead of Emo Guy? That's the one we was looking at earlier. Also, is he going to come out? He's not going to come out ahead of Richie, and he's not came out ahead of Emo Guy. Emo Guy's done Gary in the pits.
He has, yeah. So Ian there.
So's Fury.
7th. Yeah, it looks like Ian closing up onto his teammate Richie here, but looks like Fury up into 8th. Peaceful's jumped Gary as well. Gary's had a mare.
Well, there's no pit stop errors on, so he shouldn't have had a bad pit stop. And with the default setups, you pretty much don't even need to refuel. So what has Gary done?
I'm not sure what's happened to Gary there in the pits. Maybe, I can't think what happened, to be honest. Maybe he was sat in the box for too long. Maybe it took a while to get going. But,
Kevin Argett just said in the stream, and this was, I don't know when this was, I didn't actually see that. Why is Gary slow?
To be fair, Gary's had some good pace over the course of this race.
Yeah, Gary looks really slow.
Oh, he's slow now, yeah. What's going on? Has he got a mechanical damage or something? Maybe the engine? Because I know that obviously we have got mechanical failures, and these cars, if you rev them a little bit too high, if you shift down a gear by accident, then you can have engine failures in these cars. So could it be that Gary has potentially got some engine damage, or maybe a problem with the gearbox? Who knows? Sutty's into the pits for SimPlay. So Dean Musocki now the highest runner for SimPlay Motorsport, currently running in P2. He's got Maze Gamer of Motive closing in on him a little bit at the moment. Sutty bringing it into the box. Let's hope that the SimPlay pit crew can get him in and out quicker than they did with Gary. It looks like they have done, so Sutty with no problems there, up and on his way out of the pits. Is probably going to re-emerge in, I would say, 8th or 9th.
Yeah, P8th, I'd imagine. Little each in the pits as well. SimPlay have really thrown it away in this second race, to be fair. Silly mistakes, although they may have had a few incidents with a few Motive guys, but they've made mistakes themselves. And for SimPlay Motorsport here, they have not shown the true pace or the true colours. They've really lost a lot of pace. Gary down in 14th. They've done a driver swap in Gary's car.
Oh no. That is...
He's just put on the stream, they've done a driver swap.
That is really unfortunate there for Gary. He was running high up in that race. I thought personally he was going to take out that position off of Ian and move up back into P2, but it's gone wrong for Gary. Obviously he's been undone by the Project Cars 2 game. Must have just hit that option by accident when selecting his pit options there. So Gary coming into the pits, but he's over a lap down now on the race leader G. He's a lap down on his teammates, Dean Musocki by the looks of it as well. Maze Gamer coming into the pits for Motive. That will probably release Richie into the P2 position for Motive, 3rd overall. So,
yeah, Richie should get Dean Musocki in the pit stops, as will Emo Guy, Fury. This is going to be a Motive Racing 1 to 4, easy 1 to 5 if not easily, because our boys have just had an absolute nightmare in this second race. Hats off to the Only G though, he's done absolutely fantastic, kept that lead and just gone with it. He's just gone and gone and gone. Only G has not done anything wrong at all, not made the mistakes he did in the race one that we saw him have a few spins. Richie as well, great drive from him. I'm still taking nothing away from Dean Musocki. I know he's not pitted yet, but he's driven absolutely fantastic. If Dean maybe had a bit more pace and pulled away from these guys, he maybe would have come out just in front of them. Fury and Emo Guy battling on track.
Ooh,
Fury all over the back of Emo Guy there. Oh dear. Come on boys, stop fighting. Your lads are a 1 to 5 here.
I'm just praying that Fury doesn't get cocky here, coming up behind Ian, and Ian lets him go.
That's wise.
Sensible driving there from Ian, very nice. Well done Ian. But I'm surprised that Fury didn't do a little flash of the lights there as he's coming up behind Ian.
She's in the pits. Oh, Fury and Emo!
Oh, Fury and Ian lost it! Oh my goodness! Come on boys! Pull it together, come on!
Where's Sutty Apex? Sutty Apex has passed them both, so Sutty is into P4 at the moment. Where's Peaceful Explosion? He's gone through as well. And who is that as well? That's Sutty, Peaceful. No, Peaceful hasn't passed Emo Guy. But he got past Fury. Maze Gamer as well past Fury.
They're letting off fireworks 2 doors away once again, guys. These guys don't stop.
Nah, they've not stopped out here neither tonight. Happy bonfire night to everybody who's done something tonight. Is that Dean Wasaki just getting on the back of the only G? I mean, Dean Wasaki hasn't pitted yet. Dean Wasaki out. 2.8 Dean is behind G. Dean Wasaki hasn't pitted.
Yeah, just in a class of his own tonight.
Yes. This race 2 has been G's start to finish. Qualified absolutely brilliant. Racing even better. And the best thing is they've not made the mistakes. We've seen him going Fury there, getting a bit cocky maybe and losing the rear end. But G has just put nothing wrong. Not 1 foot he's put wrong in this entire race. Dean as well, and I know he's not pitted yet, and he's not the quickest of guys, is Dean, bless him. But I tell you what, he's doing an absolute job for our lads. Our lads need to take a note out of Dean's book, because everybody else had a bit of a poor race, made silly mistakes. And Dean Wasaki, although he's had that one mistake we saw earlier at the start line, has been absolutely brilliant. Not, like I say, not the quickest, not lapping around the only G and Fury and Gary and Sutty, but he's doing bits. P2 at the moment, still got to pit lap 16 of 20, so there's 4 laps left as we're coming to the end of this one. And I don't know what to say. I'm in a bit of shock. Gary, P16, a lap down. Well, he's not now because G's pitted, but who'd have thought that?
It's been really unfortunate for Gary. Obviously, that pit stop being the undoing of him. He could have probably picked up P2 in this race had it not been for that. I've just seen a comment coming in from Robbie Bradbury mentioning the spins there for Fury and Ian's getting a bit cocky there, boys. Yeah, absolutely, Robbie. You've just got to bring it home now. 3.5 laps left to go here in this race. Not long now to keep it on that grey stuff, keep it off of the green stuff, guys, please. Let's get the points in the bag and bring home the W for Motive Racing. I'm immensely proud of all the lads out on track who represented us tonight. And also, massive shout out to the SimPlay boys who came along and gave it their absolute all, you know, took it seriously, put in the practice. We've seen some great racing tonight. We have indeed, and I'd just like to reiterate that. Thanks to all the Motive guys for coming over. I put this to Andy a few weeks back, Andy and G, and we've gone ahead with it, we've set it up. Hopefully we can do more in the future, because it's absolutely brilliant. But I just want to say to our boys, I know we've had a tough race here, but well done. Thanks for everybody for taking part and being a part of this with us. We only set up SimPlay Motorsport in the summer of this year, and so for everybody to be here, this is absolutely brilliant. We've actually had a retirement from the race. Oh no, who's that? Who have we lost? Not Gary. It is... Has Gary still got the... Peaceful Explosion's good. He says I'm done. Peaceful PA said I'm done, so I don't know what's happened with Peaceful Explosion then. He's throwing his points out of the window then by the looks of it. He would have picked up 2 points, I think, for 15th. Oh, as we see, we've got... no, he was well in front of 15th. He was up behind Sutty. What's going on there? Gary, I don't know what's happening with Gary. What is going off with Gary? Has Gary still got the AI in the car? Someone was coming round to put a lap on it. That's the AI. That's moving too smoothly for that to be Gary, I think. That's the AI driving that. Gary's not driving that car. That's way too slow. Oh, he's... no. I don't know. Is that Gary? I'm not sure. Either way. Dean Wasaki coming up to lap. Dean, what are you doing? He's lunged on a back marker. Dean, what are you doing? Yeah, he'd have let you through, Dean. Come on. Yeah, no, it's alright. I think that's DJ Phil. DJ Phil, yeah. DJ Phil on the back marker. Big Boy Brazier's been lapped by Dean Wasaki as well. G though hasn't put a foot wrong here. 135. Dean Wasaki quicker than G last time round. Go on, Dean. Absolutely doing bits. Dean's still got to pit, to be fair though. Yeah, when he pits, he'd probably come out. He might be in the shout again. That's Big Boy Brazier. In the background there, that's Big Boy Brazier getting sideways. But yeah, Dean could very much be within a shout of getting up into 4th place here in this race if he keeps doing what he's doing. Because Mate Gamer 32 seconds behind in 5th. So Dean's driven a hell of a race. Dean's done fantastic. The overcut really working. The DJ Phil special, we like to call here at SimPlay. DJ Phil at Austria at round 3. Pitted second to last lap and gained 2 places from just overcutting everybody. So the DJ Phil manoeuvre. Dean's in the pits now. So we've got Richie and Sutty battling over what is about to be 2nd place when these guys come round to start lap 19. Has Sutty been in? Everybody's pitted now. Dean's pitted, everybody's pitted. So Sutty Apex could be bringing home a podium here for SimPlay Motorsport. Great driving from him tonight as we see Richie Colt in the inside of the first part of the chicane, getting sideways on the exit.
Sutty's going to have him. Sutty's going to have him.
Got a good run here, cut on the outside. So we're side by side here, coming down the pit straight. Is he going to have the outside? He's going to already be fasting before we even get to Cop's corner. But Richie's going to be late on the brakes, and you see there, just putting it up the inside. Sutty there's going to get a lovely exit out of the corner, and we're going to go side by side once again, maybe. No, Richie's just about got that move done, but Sutty not giving this one up.
Yeah, Sutty will keep pressuring him and keep fighting him. The interesting one to watch is Dean coming out the pits. Look at Sutty, the master of the send it, can't send it here as Richie defends that inside corner. Tail comes out. I think Sutty looked like he managed to... Oh, I don't know. Richie trying to come across and cover that one off. I don't know if that was the tail coming out or what, but I think Sutty's got the run on him here. Oh, look at these three. Oh, Dean's dropped to P9. What's happened to Dean in the pits? He's still not out of the pits yet. We said he could come out P4 here. He's still P9. He's still in the pit lane. What has happened to Dean?
Small pit crew tonight really haven't got to go. I think you need to fire a few of those mechanics here.
They're done.
Having a mare. They're done. As we see there, these guys coming up on some back markers. Richie and Sutty, looks like they're going to let them through. So Sutty Apex is up into us. Got that P2 off of Richie. Can Richie fight back here as we come towards the final lap of the race? It looks like we've got a back marker from SimPlay getting involved in the
action as well. I think. Is it? Or is that Gary?
Yeah. No, it's Welshie.
No, it's not Welshie. Is that Gary?
Must be Gary, yeah. It must be
Gary. Oh, so Gary's found the pedal now, and the foot's gone down from Gary.
Well, he's trying to secure this second place for Sutty Apex by trying to get it. Oh, he goes for a late lunge there coming into the chicane, and looks like he just misses Richie. Richie's back up into P2 though, so Gary inadvertently causes Sutty Apex to lose that second place.
Sutty looks like he's going to have it back.
It looks like, Sutty looking to the outside here, coming up towards Cops, but Richie's going to hold. Sorry, Sutty looking to the inside of Richie coming into Cops, and he looks like he's got that move done once again. So Sutty Apex getting up into that P2. But,
Richie a bit twitchy there. Oh, he's kept it, but he was very twitchy. Maze Gamer running 4th, Emo Guy 5th, Little Leech is up into 6th, Blissmaster 7th, Dean came out P9. So what happened in the pits? What's he done in that pit lane that's made it take so long? Could have been 4th, but just wasn't. Sutty now will be ultra defensive. Park the bus mode. Thank you very much.
Let's see if Richie can try and give Sutty a taste of his own medicine, and do the Sutty send it as he comes towards Stowe Corner. But we've got 27 people watching here live on the stream, 10 people watching on Motive, 12 people watching on SimPlay, and 5 people watching on Motive's Facebook account, guys. What an event it's been. It's been a joy to put this on.
Oh!
A bit of a contact there between Richie, and it looks to be...
That's Gary.
No!
That's Gary
involved in that action, and it looks like he's cost Richie that second place, but we're going to ride on board with this man, the only G, representing Motive Racing, the admin, multiple world record holder. He's really put in the work for this event.
Great job.
And he's going to take the victory in this race too. Fantastic job from the Only G, bringing it home for our boys. I'm immensely proud of you, G, and all the guys who represented Motive tonight. Massive congratulations to all the guys who put this on. Delighted to take home a win, but also a massive congratulations to all the SimPlay lads out on the track who put on a hell of a show and really gave it a good go. We saw Sutty Apex coming over the line, taking the second place here in this race 2.
We've got something out of it. We've got something out of that, so I'll take that. Richie just crossing the line, P3.
Oh, we both got something out of it. We saw a great race on show, and Sutty gave it a really good go with Richie at the end there. What a battle between those two boys.
Little Leech has got a P4. Emo Guy must have made a mistake late on, so Little Leech is going to come home and take a P4. So good result for him. Maze Gamer looks like he's going to take 5th. Spliffmaster then looks like he should finish 7th, all being well. I don't know if we can just jump on board Spliff. Has he crossed the line, I think? Yeah, he's crossed the line. So Spliff 7th. Fury will get P8. Ahead of Dean Wasaki. Good race for Dean. Well done, Dean Wasaki. Great race for the SimPlay lads in P9 then. And we've got a long wait till we get to Unorthodubs, who's currently 10th.
Looks like Gary's run out of fuel there coming over the line.
I don't know.
It's over.
I don't know if that's his driver or not. It's hard to tell who that is, to be fair. So while we are trying to calculate these points up, so Gary has finished 15th. When did Peaceful retire? Third to last lap? Did more than 3/4, didn't he, I think? No, 16th. Race done. So where have I got up to? So Dean Wasaki got 9th. Unorthodubs got P10. I think your lads have easily got this in the bag here, mate, to be fair. Who got the fastest lap of the race?
So we saw the fastest lap there from...
Fury. Again?
Yeah. Fury 32 dead. Did anyone get
Good
a
lap
31?
from Fury. Yeah, good lap from
Someone
Fury.
got
That.
31. Gary
Did
got close with a 32-2, but yeah, Fury absolutely smashed it in that race too. Towards the end, he got a little bit unlucky at the start and couldn't make it 2 wins. I think Fury's still yet to take a double podium in any event. He said yesterday. He always has one good race and then one really bad race.
One really bad one, yeah. Where did Emo Guy finish in that? P6.
Yeah.
So that's that wrapped up, and your boys 157 to 117. So a big well done to Motive Racing. Massive congratulations to them.
I want to say a big thank you to all our guys who put in a hell of a show, and they really put in the work. You know, last night they were putting in the practice even after we got off. You know, we were still figuring stuff out, and earlier this evening we were on nice and early, around 6 o'clock. You know, working stuff out, and it's really paid off tonight. So, huge congratulations to also SimPlay for coming along and giving us a good fight. You know, it's a really good event.
Well done to everybody who's taken part tonight. Well done to everybody who's turned up. Cheers, Andy, again for being in the commentary box. Well done to G and Fury on the wins. Well done to all the Motive lads on taking the league win. Big well done to our lads. We just wasn't good enough tonight, but ultimately, if we do it again, and I'm sure we will do it again, different track, different cars. I think we'll have to get into that one and sort that one out. But Andy, pleasure as always. I'll be live with you next week on the SimPlay channel on Wednesday and Thursday, I hope.
Yep, I'll be along.
Brilliant. And I'm on the Motive Racing channel on Sunday night for the touring cars. Join them Saturday night for their GT3 League and their LMP2 League as well. But from all of us here at SimPlay and at Motive Racing, good night.
Good night.